What's going on, people? Welcome back. Episode 44, OnlyFacts Sports. You already know what it is. It's only the facts on the channel.
Do you think,
I try not to.
Do you think one day you could ever do this show live?
As in, like, with an audience?
Yeah. Why do you put it at me like that?
You have to stay boxing focused. Because you see football, some man have got terrible ball knowledge, bro. I had to tell a man the other day, if you can't do 10 kick-ups, you can't chat to me about ball. Do you know what I'm saying?
That is funny.
It's true.
So why don't you say that if you can't like throw a jab, don't chat to me about
most
boxing.
people that talk about boxing, maybe not most, but a lot of people that I've come across that talk about boxing with any type of authority will have been in some form of boxing, have trained.
Unless they're a Opetaia
something.
fan.
Unless they're a Opetaia fan. Unless they're fans of Opetaia, Tank, or like certain people.
I got in beef with a Tank fan the other day, you know.
They must have thought you were a gal. Why? What happened?
Bro, there was a video that came out, and I was like, bro, they were just talking about his last few fights, and since he's last been in the ring, I was like, bro, his last few fights has been at home.
Yeah,
and
facts.
Then the comments, the guy in the comments was pissed, bro. He's like,
I've seen that a few times. Man are getting very upset. I put a comment on Ring saying that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if the agents that arrested him are wearing skirts, he would have thumped them up, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Them man are defending him. Some people have still got him in their pound for pound list. Do you know what I'm saying? But you know what it is? Them man, birds of a feather flock together, innit?
That's what I'm saying. I even said to one of the guys in the comments, bro, do we need to put a
you got to be on a watch list.
Triple one.
Yeah, facts.
Call your wife type of thing. You know what I'm
facts.
saying? Domestic violence and that.
100%. You got to call ice on them, man.
Literally.
Get them deported back to wherever they come from. Because, boy,
fam.
I can banter because I don't thump my gal. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not sensitive about that. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know why punishing a wife beater, it's not even his wife, punishing a woman beater is going to make man emotional. Do you know what I'm saying?
Trust me.
We need you know what? We're looking for sponsors for the show. I'm going to reach out to betterhelp.com. Do you know what I'm saying? Our big man thing is that some of you man got problems keeping your hands off your gal and not in no sultry type of way either, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but we're going to be covering the boxing of last week. Opetaia, Wardley versus Dubois, Errol Spence's return. We're going to be talking about Enni Aluko versus... I was going to say Enni Aluko versus Simon Jordan, but it's Enni Aluko versus the world right now.
Boy.
Do you know what I'm saying? And
she's making black women look bad, fam.
Facts. And behind her...
My stocks in black women is plummeting right now.
And right behind her in the job seeker allowance queue is going to be Thomas Frank as well, blood. So, you know what I'm saying?
This guy's literally on universal credit right now, bro.
We're going to be talking about it all. He's the richest man in the universal credit line. This is what it is, bro. It's him and Amarim together, blood, collecting their $8 a month, whatever it is, with their millions in the bank, blood. If you were a millionaire and you didn't have a job, would you claim universal credit?
Yeah?
That's my guy.
Would you?
We got Englishman in the background shaking his head at us. But I was going to say, we ain't sold the podcast. We're not. We're not them.
Oh my days.
My phone is never ringing again.
By the way, you man, just to stay tuned because we're doing a lot of there's going to be a lot more variety and content because of the support of you lot. You lot have supported us a lot recently. We've just seen that there's been an uptake in shorts, uptake in the podcast. I mean, for the last 3 out of the last 2 weeks, like almost record numbers in watch time. So yeah, man,
keep supporting. Appreciate it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have more content coming, and like Shane said, we've got some exciting new ideas. So, but first of all, let's recap last week because the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away if you're a British boxing fan. Because
Eddie Hearn said something similar.
Because British boxing hasn't had many world champions,
and
they got to a point of having 5.
Yeah, 5.
And then straight up, as soon as we hit 5, and it's like, yo, we ain't had 5 in a while. Now we're down to 4. You know what I'm saying? And it was a very, very good fight. I have to say that. It was a very good fight. And it was
good judging as well, because I was afraid that, obviously Figueroa didn't need a judge, but I was afraid that was going to happen. I don't know if you actually got to watch the fight, but last week on the show, me and you had a conversation, and we literally said the fight's about who's going to be fighting off the back foot. We both predicted Nick Ball to win, but we both said if Nick Ball's fighting off the back foot, he loses.
Yes.
So the moment from round 2, when I saw him going in reverse
pretty early, I don't know if there was a problem with his nose that was stopping him breathing, but his power is not late round transfer power. If you're fighting Wardley, Chisora, Dubois, round 8, 9, 10, and you hear them blowing and really, really tired, you're still in a fight because these men can still knock you out.
Facts.
With Nick Ball, even though he's a smaller guy, his power didn't really translate to late rounds.
And Figueroa is just throwing arm punches. So he's just going to throw 1,000 punches. What he does in round 1, the same thing as what he does in round 12.
That was classic Manny Robles, drag you into deep waters. That's exactly what it was. Because he was landing some good shots early. Figueroa, actually got a lot of good body work in, considering...
Yeah, he was losing some of the rounds.
The body is a very small target to hit on Nick Ball. He's only 5'2".
Yeah.
But again, we're going to have a conversation at some point about commentating. You know what I'm saying? The commentating from Gary Neville in the last couple of weeks has been terrible on football. The commentating of Adam Smith, and we like Adam Smith on the show. He's the voice of British boxing. We respect what Adam Smith does.
And who was the other guy? Who was the other person who was commentating beside him? I don't know if it was Matthew Macklin, one of those guys who...
Probably.
Someone who was next to him as well.
Probably someone that's cheap to buy off.
The glaze was mad, bro. Yeah. The glaze was mad.
Yeah.
It was...
We actually don't watch a lot of boxing with the commentary on because
of copyright purposes.
But also we're normally... because we're normally streaming it. So obviously when we're streaming it, we ain't got the commentary on. That's my favourite way to watch boxing. And when AJ was coming out, the big Mayweather days, my family would have big watch parties.
Same.
And so we wouldn't have the commentary on anyway. It would just be watching the fight with the man them in the background. That to me is the best way to watch it. Obviously, if we ain't got a big group of people, you might...
especially if you know what you're watching.
Yeah.
If you know what you're watching, some people might need play-by-play.
Sometimes if you don't, because then if you don't know what you're watching, the commentator's just going to tell you.
No, but they help you to sell a story if you're a novice. Then it's more entertaining. Because we know what we're looking at.
The story comes before the fight, though.
No, but when you're watching the fight, sometimes it's the excitement and the energy of Adam Smith or whoever that...
Yeah, I get
it doesn't do it for me. But obviously, if you're a...
But this is how you end up with Englishman telling me Tyson Fury won one of the fights against Usyk. But they can't tell me which fight. Just he won one of them. That don't really work for me. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a double L for Liverpool because the week before they lost UFC champion Paddy Pimblett. Was Paddy stopped or did he lose on points? Okay, Paddy was lost on points, but he had this and it's a good thing because his whole slogan since he's been in UFC is like Scousers don't get knocked out. That's been his whole slogan. But he was a world champion. He was a world champion, right? He wasn't a world champion. Okay, they ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's back to back.
That should tell you that you don't know anything about UFC.
But that's back to back Scouse fighters that have lost on successive weeks. But obviously, Nick Ball was
a world champion, and he was. Last week I said on the show he was the best world champion of the lot. But for me, stylistically, it was just a wrong fight. I thought you'd be going forward, but the moment Figueroa had him going in reverse, I knew the writing was on the wall, bro. Yeah. Got a 5'2" fighter trying to fight off the back foot. Never gonna work, bro.
But not only that, he's not particularly known for his skills. Do you know what I'm saying? If we're looking at what his skills are, he's known for his body dimensions and how he's really done really well to make his body dimensions work for him in his favor, up until this point. But the same way that I said we've got to talk about commentators, and this isn't an attack on Nick Ball's team, but we've had this conversation so many times about British trainers and about British fighters and the lack of fundamentals. And obviously anybody that's watching this from the British boxing world is going to disagree and take this personally. Of course you are. But when you are a power puncher in Britain, my kind of conspiracy theory prediction issue with British boxing is it seems like you were going to be, ridden. They're going to ride the wave until you can't knock someone out anymore.
Facts.
He had a warning shot against Ray Ford. He got the decision because he didn't knock out Ray Ford.
No,
do you know what I'm saying?
It was a close
fight. Some people think Ray Ford won. You got into is this the next fight?
No, he had the Sam Goodman fight, which he went the distance with again.
Yep.
And in the back end of the fight, he started the fight on a train.
Yeah.
But Sam Goodman took him into deep waters and he caused him problems.
This is the thing. If you can drop, we saw it with Sam Noakes. That was a very, very good fight. Shout out for fight of the year. He's coming up against Abdullah Mason, who is very, very good, but still young. Very, very green, very, very young.
Figueroa is a 2-weight world champion.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a little bit different.
He's seasoned.
Yeah.
He's own, and this is the thing. Like, people say, oh, you see how we looked against Fulton? I'm like, Fulton is a natural back foot fighter. He naturally fights on the back foot. So, if you ask me who wins, Nick Ball or Fulton, I'll probably say Nick Ball. But if they're both fighting in reverse...
This version of Fulton
that's what I'm saying. But if they're both fighting in reverse, I'm going to take Fulton all day because Nick Ball can't fight in reverse.
100%.
And it goes back to the coaching where when you're watching that fight, I was watching the fight thinking, cool, Nick Ball's winning some of these rounds, or he might have been winning some of the early rounds, but this doesn't translate well. It does, and Rance was he was in the live with me in the comments, so he was actually one of the people. He gave every round to Figueroa. He's always
going to.
Nick Ball did win some rounds, But for me,
he certainly won some of the early rounds.
Yeah, but for me, it's how he was winning it. Yeah. I don't want to see you winning like that. If you're watching Arsenal play football, but even you, who is a big Arsenal fan, you will say, we don't want to be scoring all our goals from set pieces. Yeah. You want to start seeing some difference, because you may get found out. And in
not just get found out, you're giving the opposition confidence. Every time there's an opportunity for Saka cuts in and there's an opportunity to shoot, he doesn't shoot. He passes it sideways. And then Ødegaard could shoot and he doesn't shoot. He passes it sideways. The opposition is getting excited. Every time a keeper deflects a shot and it comes off the post, the defense is roaring, and now they're getting belief. And it's the same thing in boxing. Every time people step in the ring with power punches and don't necessarily believe they can even win, or they're worried about getting hurt. But once they feel that first punch, we said when it was Canelo Crawford, when I see Crawford take his first punch from Canelo, I'm going to know who's going to win. When we saw Crawford not really affected by the power, we're like, oh, this brother's won. But after the first round, we're like, Crawford's going to win this fight.
It's a fact, because it's like, there's a lot of things where people forget about power punches. Power punches are so used to just getting the initiative.
Most power punches don't win rounds.
Yeah, and the opposition gives them the ground.
When does Wardley win rounds?
No, but
when does Wilder win rounds?
I'm saying, like, in football.
Yeah.
Arsenal go into a game, most teams will just give them the ball.
Yeah.
And just concede possession. When you're fighting a power puncher, most boxers just give up ground.
Yeah.
When you saw Fury fight Wilder, people saw it as counterintuitive, him being on the front foot.
Yeah.
But the issue is, if I'm on the front foot, that means the guy who's better on the front foot now has to fight in reverse.
Especially as you used the example of Fury versus Wilder, especially if it's the typical back foot fighter is the bigger man, which is what happened in Figueroa versus Bull. I'm big enough to actually walk you down because there's such a size difference.
was worried about that,
Yeah.
I was worried about whether, because that would have been my game plan.
Yeah.
So Manny Robles, and shout out to Manny Robles, because I actually posted it and he actually reposted the story. So I was like, it was a great game plan, because that's what I would have done. I'd be like, bro, this Nick Bull dude, he's good when he's coming forward, but if you get him going in that direction, let's see how good he is. And that's exactly what we done. So shout out to Brandon Figueroa, man.
Yeah, facts.
I wouldn't say a modern day legend, probably not that far, but he definitely deserves a lot of credit. You look at
very respectable fighter.
Respectable.
Great resume, and he won't be held up as that legendary status, but he's in a great era. The fact that we have Brandon Figueroas that maybe will retire to legend as a legend in certain communities, but in boxing at large might not, is a testament to how strong boxing is at the moment. Because in a lot of other eras, Brandon Figueroa is going down as a legend.
Yeah, facts. and shout out to his sister as well, bro.
So Jaya Opetaia is.
Go have a sneak peek. Just type in Brandon Figueroa's sister. And then you'll see his facial reaction. Go on.
All right, say no more. What other boxing was there on the weekend?
I think
that was kind of the main.
I think that was it.
Okay, cool. Fights have been announced this week. Certain
fighters... I don't know what's happening this week, bro. Everybody's.
What do you mean in terms of boxing?
Everybody's just announcing their fights this week, bro. It's mad.
It's Valentine's Day, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? So that's just what I mean. Time to spread the love. Do you know what I mean? Jaya Opetaia is fighting Brandon Glanton, which we touched on a little bit last week.
Man, them were telling me he signed with Zuffer Boxing.
The thing is with have you seen the movie Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
Where he lives the same day over and over.
Yeah, I've watched that movie.
Jaya Opetaia fans are living Groundhog Day because we spoke about Jaya Opetaia like 3 months ago, and they said his next fight is the fight. Then we spoke about Jaya Opetaia a month ago. They said no, his next fight is the fight. Then we spoke about Jaya Opetaia 2 weeks ago, and they said he's signing with Zuffer Boxing to get the unification with McCurlian. Then now I'm going in the comments. Some people have commented on our old videos, like in the last couple of days, saying no. When he wins this fight, the next fight is going to be unification. Brother, you man are just saying the same thing over and over again.
Facts.
You man are saying the same thing over and over again. I just can't. Is it the boy? Yay, the boy's in the house. The boy's in the house. Nah, carry on.
Yeah, cool.
Go on. Yeah, Jaya Opetaia's fans, talk to me.
Yeah, man. They're in a difficult place, bro. They are trying to defend this dude. I can't think of a fan base that's defended a person so much.
Fam, they're like Christian Saudi Arabians, blood. It's just, they have it, do you know what I'm saying? These men are confused. These men are confused, bro. Do you know what I mean? They're having an identity crisis.
Bro, it's mad. Like, you know what it's like? You know when your wife cheats on you?
No.
Alright, cool. You know when alright, cool. You know when you sleep with a woman who's got a man.
Oh yes.
And the man in his mind will think, "Oh, you will never do that. She will never do that. She will never cheat on me. She's at work. These times you're plowing." But he's telling himself...
He can't be a Jamaican man for a number of reasons. He wouldn't be at work. You know what I'm saying? There'd be a number of reasons. This man in this scenario is not Jamaican, but hey.
But you know them delusional man that genuinely believe that their wife will never cheat on them. This is Jai Opetaia fans, bro. Get your head out of the... wherever it is, bro. In the sand, in the mud. Get your head out of there, bro. Yeah. You need to wake up and smell the coffee, bro. As I used the analogy last week, stop letting your wife tell you that she wants to have kids, but she's telling you to put on a contraception. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. Yeah. Stop telling me you're taking big fights, but you're fighting man that I don't want you to fight. Yeah. You're fighting man I've never even heard of. I know Glanton, but bro, come on, fam.
Yeah. Bro. I mean, Brandon Glanton, shout out to you securing the bag. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's just like... That's what it is. Just
pulling out names from anywhere, bro. Sin Cara. I had never heard of that guy in my 100 years of watching.
I thought it was fighting Thomas Sankara. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't believe it. But yeah, Jai Opetaia and his fans were in this era, have this argument of rants all the time but he would beat him anyway. That's not the fucking point.
Facts.
With Arsenal 12 games from winning the league, we can't just cancel the league and say we would have won it anyway. That's not how it works. The whole point of sport is we have to see it.
Facts.
I'm saying a lot of us thought Shakur would beat Tszyu, but we still got to see it.
Facts.
We can't just give Shakur the belts and just say, well, he would have beat you anyway.
Fuck it then.
What's the point then? Man are trying to chat GPT, AI simulate their life. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's say the Habbo Hotel, like, do you know what I'm saying? This is real life. Do you know what I mean? So Jai Opetaia, I mean, and again, the problem with Jai Opetaia is the performances also aren't great. This is not...
you know the bigger problem?
1 second. This is not... it's not quite the same, but when Dillian White was waiting for his title shot against Deontay Wilder, he was smoking opponents. In fact, Deontay Wilder's a better example. When Deontay Wilder wasn't making unification fights, he was kind of getting away with it because he was icing man out. He was icing man. Like, and not really even getting hurt. I think he was hurt a little bit against Luis Ortiz, but that was it. Until he met Tyson Fury, he seemed like an unstoppable force. This brother's getting hurt. He was hurt in the 9th round by Sankara. But, you know what I'm saying? If he don't look against Brandon Glanton, who lost to Billum Smith, if you ain't icing his brother in less than 6 rounds, that don't even look good for you.
You know when they were saying Deontay Wilder was ducking AJ?
Yeah.
The reason why they could say that was because AJ was fighting better opposition than Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
How are you telling me Zerdo's ducking Jai Opetaia when he's about to fight Benavidez?
I'm on the road thumping man up. You're at home thumping up your gal, and you're telling me I'm scared of you. That don't make
sense. That
don't make no sense.
Bro, I literally said to a Jai Opetaia fan the other day, give me Jai Opetaia's last 5 fights and Zerdo's last 5 fights. It's night and day, bro. You can say he lost to Bivol, but it's Bivol, bro. I've
still got a better resume. I've got a better resume with my loss than you have with your wins.
Literally.
And also, I make more money than you.
Facts.
So I'm winning in every possible department. Do you know what I'm saying? Literally. The only thing you've got is highlights from 3 years ago. That's all you've got.
Literally, bro.
Do you know what I'm saying?
We can't go Australia, though.
Who can't go Australia?
We can't go Australia.
I won't go in Australia anyway.
Why? Actually,
they weren't letting me in anyway.
Well, less said about that, the better.
Do you know what I'm saying? So they don't like Egal over there. In Australia,
there might be some Aborigines over there.
Yeah.
Is it Aborigine or Aboriginal? What is the actual term? Aboriginal.
Ask Jai, and they'll tell us in the chat.
He what is he? Because he's
Maori.
Oh, seen.
He's Maori. I'm pretty sure he's Maori anyway.
Yeah, he's not all the way on the white side.
No, he's Maori.
No, but you know that's what they're trying to sell him, innit? On the Zuffer box.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. But they say AJ was white with his hat. They could, you know what I'm saying? If he didn't have the Africa tattoo on his back,
because they might actually need a great
white savior,
a great white hope, bro. They need it. No
Englishman didn't even claim Tyson Fury until AJ became champion.
Facts.
After AJ was world champion, then suddenly they like Tyson Fury again.
We can actually box.
Yeah, I like Big Man Ting. Facts. Sports personality of the year and all that. Domestic dust up.
That's more than a domestic dust up.
I know, but it's no. In world level boxing, it's a great world title defense. But in the ring, it is going to be a big domestic. It's going to be a very. I don't think I've seen 2 men, 1 black, 1 half black. Yeah, 3/4 of the fighting DNA is black. Yeah. But this is going to be a very white man English fight. So these is Dubois versus Wardley. These men are just going to walk together in the middle of the ring, and whoever lands first cleans out the next man.
I'm not necessarily sure about that.
You think so?
I think that the fight's gonna go like that, but I don't feel like, for me, the reason why this fight's very compelling, but I actually can't see how Dubois wins this fight when I actually dig deep and think.
You don't think so?
Let me tell you why. What Dubois weak at, Wardley's the strongest at. Yeah. That's Wardley's strongest thing. When it starts to get tough, Wardley fights better. When it starts to get tough, Dubois fights worse.
I hear you. You're not wrong. But Wardley hasn't been in there with anyone
that hits as hard.
Who hits as
hard.
So
it's heavyweight boxing.
Because when Justice Hooney hit him, you had time to bite down on your gum shield and do it. My brother, AJ's been in the ring with some of the heaviest hitters in the last decade. Yeah. And when Dubois hit him, there weren't no bite down on your gum shield. The fight was done.
But
the fight was done.
Usyk stopped Dubois, and Usyk ain't cracking like Wardley.
True, but Usyk has great accumulative power. Is a far better boxer. I was there live. And Usyk, and also Dubois had like leftover trauma. It was like AJ not wanting to engage with Ruiz. But he'd go and engage with Helenius after that, but he's not going to engage with Ruiz. There's a bit of that leftover trauma, and we know that Dubois has mental deficiencies. This is why I feel like the best game plan for Dubois' team might be to not allow mental deficiencies to even come into play.
And just run up in there.
But run up in there, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's gonna run up in there.
If he runs up in there, bro, the fight could just be over so fast. Because Wardley's very hittable.
Yeah,
Wardley's very hittable. No, but what Dubois' good at, Wardley's not good at. What Wardley's good at.
I don't think there's anything.
When I say what Dubois' good at, when Dubois goes early to try and end the fight, I think if Wardley's still up and walking in round 2 or 3, he wins. Do you know what I'm saying? The longer the fight goes on, Wardley can win. But Dubois' power
that's definitely his game plan. But I just feel like if they both were to land on each other, I'm putting my money on Wardley to stop Dubois. Purely and simply because if Wardley gets dropped, I know he's coming back up. If Dubois gets dropped, the writing's on the wall, bro.
Nah, if Wardley gets dropped, I don't know if he's coming back up. If Wardley gets dropped and gets back up, he wins. But I don't know if he gets back up.
Okay.
Who's the hardest puncher that Wardley's ever been in there with?
Probably David Adelaide. Probably. And he's not cracking that.
David Adelaide?
David Adelaide probably hits harder than Parker, maybe.
You think David Adelaide hits harder than Parker?
You're probably right.
A Parker on coke?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
David Adelaide don't hit harder than Parker.
No, he doesn't.
Maybe in a car park in Ladbroke Grove, but not in a boxing match.
You're right.
Do you know what I'm saying? This brother lost to Jamie TKV.
Yeah, you're right.
Nah, bro.
You're right.
I think Joseph Parker's probably the hardest puncher he's ever been there with. And Joseph Parker is known to not be able to crack. Of the elite guys. There was a time when Joseph Parker was world champion, AJ was world champion, Wilder was world champion.
He though on 2 days notice or 24 hours notice or something like that.
Alright.
I'm just saying, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. Bro, you could make the argument.
I think
Dubois gets hurt in every fight, bro. He gets hurt in every fight.
So when he gets hurt, he will just continue to fight.
But when he gets hurt, if it wasn't for AJ being a numpty and just walking into the uppercut, he could have probably stopped him.
If there's any heavyweight champion who's going to follow in AJ's footsteps and be light-skinned and walk into an uppercut, it's Wardley.
Nah, bruv. Where have you seen Wardley do that, bro?
Wardley's very hittable.
Yes.
Wardley ain't got no high IQ.
Bro, but what do you see Wardley do? Right man off, bro. He's got this, bro. He's got that.
He does.
He's got that.
He does.
Dubois ain't got this, bro.
It's true.
I don't know why you're justifying this spreader's heart,
He's
bro.
Canadian, innit? But obviously, Dubois...
Is his dad in the ring fighting for him? Is his dad going to be fighting for him? Because this...
Nah, but his dad be under the stage banging judge. 100%. Rubbing a rabbit's foot in that, blood. Are you mad? Are you mad, bro?
You're right, still.
Do you know what I'm saying? There's going to be all type of... I'm going to be there burning sage and that before the fight. You're mad, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? What's Wardley going to be doing? Eating pie and chips and that,
literally.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think Dubois is out of this the way that you're writing him off. I think this is a tough first title defense, you know? This is a first title defense.
But there's a method in how to beat.
Of course there is. But we've seen man have title defenses against way lower opposition than
Some people were criticizing it, you know?
Why?
They were saying that Dubois coming off a loss and a knockout loss at that. And he should be...
Has he not fought since... It's a good point. Who else is there, though?
That's what I was saying. That was my argument. Yeah. People were saying, oh, what about Cabello? I'm like, Cabello is mandatory for WBC. So the WBO can't enforce another person's mandate.
Yeah,
That's not
exactly,
how it works. Obviously casuals saying what they're saying, but
I hear what they're saying, but what other than Cabello,
some people saying Hrgovic.
Hrgović.
Didn't Hrgović just beat
David Adelaide?
Adelaide.
Hrgović has been mandatory for titles and not want to take the title fights because he wants to win. Hrgović would rather fight for regular and intercontinentals and win against the JBTKVs and the Clarks and them, man, than lose to the elite guys.
I think Wardley beats Hrgović pretty comfortably.
100%.
I think the Dubois fight's the hardest fight out there.
Hrgović is a perfect star matchup for Wardley.
Facts.
And Hrgović can't crack.
I have to commend Wardley for taking the fight.
Do we commend? I was gonna say commend Daniel Dubois, but that's a tough fight.
It's a world title fight, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna beat Usyk. He's the best. If you're gonna
also beat AJ. So I know you're coming off a bad loss, but you beat AJ.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to think, if I can beat AJ, I don't know. Obviously, Daniel Dubois got no internal organs, no brain, no heart, no nothing. But like, you know what I'm saying? He needs to go to Oz. He's got no. You know what I mean? But you've got to think logically. If I could, bro. Honestly, he's like one of them overgrown Epstein Island youths, blood.
My days.
No internal organs, blood. I'm telling you. But you've got to think to yourself, if I can beat AJ, I must be able to beat Wardley.
I mean,
but
it's not that
obviously that's not how it works, but you've got to be thinking that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a great fight.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be entertaining.
From one country of my heritage in Grenada to another country of my heritage in Jamaica, although the Jamaicans don't really want to claim my man right now. And speaking of comebacks after bad losses,
oh, bruv.
Errol Spence.
What do you think about that?
But I don't even know why he's back. I thought he was never coming back.
Bro.
I thought he was moving like a typical Jamaican dad. I thought he was just gone forever. I didn't even think he was coming back for what?
Man, they got them, them long I'm going shop. Just never came back, bro.
And he's going to lose.
Yeah, I don't.
This fight's going to retire.
I think this is a poor style comeback fight.
This fight is going to retire.
I thought if he was going to come back, he should come back against like a Charlo, bro.
I thought he was going to come back against Charlo as well.
Yeah, I don't get this fight.
Even someone lower than that, because Charlo on his day can do something. Like I really felt like,
but it's big money, innit? The Charlo fight's big money.
Yeah.
I just don't see why he's coming back, bro. Just what? Maybe because he saw Crawford's retired, he's like, cool, I'm gonna come back. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, my man grew dreads in the time that he's not
100% blood. Yeah,
man got full dreads now.
I'm sitting there listening to Jar Cure True Reflections and that, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Just try. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's in a cage in his own mind, blood.
Literally, bro.
Big man thing. Do you know what I mean? He need to emancipate himself from mental slavery, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Errol Spence, I can't believe it. I didn't want to see him back. Nah, bro, I'm being so real. I didn't want to see him back, bro.
Man said this is his redemption song.
100%. This fight retires him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, fam. Tim Tszyu, stylistically, it's just not a good fight.
It's not a good fight, bro.
Was that 60?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's just unnecessary. You remember last fight was at 47, fight, and then he ain't fought in what? Was that 4 years now?
Tim Tszyu on his day as well. Like Errol Spence on his best day beats Tim Tszyu on his best day, but his best days are way behind. The thing is with Tim Tszyu, do you know what it is? They've been through similar things, but Tim Tszyu's far
more active.
Not just more active, but far more advanced in his journey of recovery. This is your first stop from recovery.
Facts.
This brother's been
recovering.
That's a good
point.
He's been recovering. He's been building up confidence on his recovery.
Facts. That's a good point.
This is your first fight back.
We don't even know if confidence is there.
No, I don't think it is.
Bro,
I'm still seeing you slur your words.
You know what I think it is?
I had concerns over what he can't afford his alcohol bill.
I was saying it's a money thing. It has to be a money thing.
Of course,
he must be running out of money.
It's always a money thing, but
yeah, bro, he must be going through the same thing Adrian Broner's going through.
Bro, I'm starting to hear him slur his words. I'm more like Joe. He's always kind of spoken like that, like kind of. He speaks like a South London you, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like a Texas version. Do you know what I'm saying? Sorry, Chris. But do you know what I mean? Like, he does though, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, the South London youths, they're from Texas, but there's bare stutters and slurs and bad grammar and that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's always spoken like that. But I really feel like he's damaged from that.
Who decided to make this fight? Who actually decided to make this fight?
People around him don't care about him.
Bro, they don't care about him.
People around him don't care about him, bro. Like, what this is like, yeah? This is like when you see a fat girl and a skinny girl wearing the same dress and the same outfit.
Oh, yeah,
it's peak, These people are not your friends, girl. They're not your friends, you know, bro. They're not your brethren.
Trust me. You know what it reminds me? Back in the day, Nick knows this already. You know, back in the day, you know what the thing I used to hate the most? Like, I used to, and I'm glad you're here. This is what we were saying before. You know, white poverty being worse than black poverty.
I don't know that I subscribe, but yeah.
Bro, you know them white kids, yeah, that used to come to school with all their cereal on their face, bro. And I'm like, bro, does your mum not see?
Fingernails and
yeah, bro, does your mum not see you, bro?
Yeah.
Like this.
Black poverty looks better than white poverty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you came to Earth as an alien and you could be black poverty or white poverty, in the West, you'd pick black poverty.
Trust me, like
I got Carmex and these kind of things.
Black people have no food in their fridge.
Yeah.
But the shoes will be clean.
Yeah, facts.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? But bringing it back to Tim Tszyu and Errol Spence. Errol Spence.
This is white poverty. This is Australian poverty versus Texan poverty, man.
Trust me.
Oh, it's crazy.
I'm literally looking at it. But in this way, the white poverty is winning. Because if you think about it, I actually feel pity for Errol Spence, bro. I'm like, bro, where is your parents?
He could potentially get stopped bad.
Bro, it's going to be bad, bro. We haven't seen this dude in 4 years.
Yeah.
And he's had a car crash. He's had a torn retina. He got beat the shit out of by Crawford. Yeah. You're moving up 2 weight classes.
Apparently Crawford's name is on his birth certificate now.
You're moving up 2 weight classes against a guy who's got a bit, like he's got the bit between his teeth.
Yeah.
If you needed a recipe for disaster...
And we've seen Tim Tszyu bruck man up before. Now, we have seen Tim Tszyu bruck up.
Yeah.
We've seen the bruck up.
This is the thing.
We've seen him
Tim
bruck up
Tszyu kind of reminds me of Derek Chisora. You could beat this dude. The next day, he just write you off.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he looked terrible against Fondora, but then the next fight, he looked good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, Errol Spence, I don't know if we're ever going to see Errol Spence back.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? And this is a good win. It's a good win for Tim Tszyu, though.
It's a great name for him, but it's a name that will look. The name itself looks better than the actual fighter you're walking in there.
No, but he needs that though.
You're walking in there with a shadow. It's the same as how Tyson Fury wants to fight AJ now. Do you know what I'm saying? You're going to be fighting a shadow of AJ. You're not going to be fighting prime AJ.
Tim Tszyu needs that though to get your confidence.
Of course, he's been collecting shadows since he come back. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? But I think Tim Tszyu can damage him bad. Do you know what Spencer's remind me of right now?
Who?
Kell Brook. I feel like
peak.
Do you know what I mean? Like obviously Kell Brook's my favourite British fighter of that era, and I was
but Kell Brook just turned into one of them ends holes, bro. You know them girls from the ends that everybody just runs through. This man just running through it.
He beat Amir Khan, though.
He did. But Amir Khan is even worse.
Why are you looking like that?
Started on Amir Khan.
You not like Amir Khan?
I can't fucking stand Amir Khan as well.
I was glad his watch got stolen.
Ricky's piping up in the back, which means it's a good time to move on to Enni Aluko. Do you know what I mean? We spoke about Simon John. I know Ricky wants to jump out of his chair and come and join this.
Do you want to jump into this topic for this one?
Do one of you or both of you want to jump in for this topic?
Do you want to jump? You jump in. I'm good. It's bad.
We'll wait for Chris. By the way, I've been asking for Chris to come back on the show.
Hey, listen. Every single time.
My brother. Do you want to move the camera so that Chris?
Do your thing.
Yeah. So last week is cool. Last week we spoke about. We do things ghetto on OnlyFacts. Last week we spoke about Simon Jordan versus Deontay Wilder. Deontay to this day, Wilder. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm so happy to see that.
And now it's Simon Jordan versus Enni Aluko. And Simon Jordan. This ain't even about Simon Jordan. This is about you framed up right on this camera.
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah. This is about Enni Aluko. We got to have a conversation. She Nigerian?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay, cool. So
you saying unfortunately?
Okay, I thought you were gonna back her. I honestly thought you were gonna back her. Okay, cool. Go on. Take it away, Chris.
So, okay. The thing is, I'm aware of what some people are using this for. There's Union Jack Twitter. And the Union Jack side of everything.
Of course.
Of where they're using this for their own agenda.
The reformed.
Yeah, the reformed. The UKIP voters, the reformed voters. Them man there.
All the same man, innit?
That are using this for their own evil agendas and own narratives.
Yeah, of course.
However,
I'm glad.
I am sick and tired of Shorty being so entitled and forcing this narrative that Ian Wright is doing wrong by her. Ian Wright is being
is that in all of this? Is that the real final nail in her coffin? Because that I don't know if you heard this, because I'll probably do some research. But
he obviously she said that he should be giving up some roles.
Yeah. And the worst thing is, Ian Wright is one of them man that everybody likes.
Of course.
The reform man like him, the UKIP man like him. Everyone likes Ian Wright. I don't know that many people that don't like Ian Wright.
I was a bit worried about him when he wore the dress, but he's cool. I was a bit worried, just a bit. Just an
oversized t-shirt. You've turned everybody against you. Do you know what I'm saying? You've, and I don't really know why.
You see, the thing is,
there's no strategy in that.
The reason why, only in media and in sports media, only white people can be the heel, you know? Like Simon Jordan, Jamie Carragher.
And it's accepted.
Because the black people the personality.
Black women cannot be the heel, bro.
Yeah.
You can't be the heel. You can't be a heel.
Black people can't be the heel, but black women
specifically. Yeah. Bro, in WWE maybe, but not in this world.
No, true. Yeah,
bro, true. You know what she's like? You know when people say, when you come in through the door, clean your shoes at the door. Yeah. This guy's said, you know what, Bunny? I'm just stepping on all of your flipping furniture. But here's what pisses me off. This is why black people can't get anywhere. Because instead of her sending corn for white people, she's pulling down the black man. That's why I don't like it. Yeah. For me, you could have said, you know what? Jamie Carragher and Laura Woods, they only want Laura Woods to be on everything and we don't get opportunities. You want to take another opportunity from a black man. For me, this is disgusting. And the thing is,
what makes it worse is the fact of she picked him specifically, and there's been proof of not only this guy.
I see the videos, he's been at the women's game since 1990, before there was money in it.
From the grassroots, his granddaughter's even kicking ball as well. I think he's like an ambassador or something along those lines.
The resume, the reality is, the resume that you have of football, because that's what Enni Aluko's alluding to. I've got a great resume in football, so I should be played. The logic is just not sound.
It's entitled.
It doesn't. That's not how sports punditry works. A lot of people go in on Michael Richards on the CBS. They banter him for not having won a Champions League every week. Yeah, but he's on the Champions League show. Do you know what I mean? Shay made a point a couple of weeks ago that he feels that black people we spoke about why black people don't make it as managers. And Shay was saying whenever black players retire, they go to be the personality hire and do the character banter thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Number one rule is people have to like you. Do you know what I mean? We've done AFTV, DR Sports, whatever. If somebody's getting a good amount of views for the channel, but they're very unlikable behind the scenes, people just don't like them. Do you know what I'm saying? Robbie just don't like you. These people don't like you. They're just probably not going to get you back on unless the views are massive, where you're just undeniable. But the first thing is you just got to get along with these people generally.
Boy, it does say nothing.
Well,
I hear you.
That was a bad example still.
I hear you.
I'm just hoping.
That was him, not me. You know what I'm saying? Because I always get the shit. I get the phone calls. But do you know what I'm saying? Like you've got to be likable, and the stuff that she's doing is not even likable. We see people like James, Turkish Expressions, whoever else you want to say, they do their own channel, they do their own thing. Rio Ferdinand's got his own podcast. Like then through that, down the line, you can get some looks, and you can get this, and you can get that. But the idea that you just kind of complain your way through it.
Forget her. Is she a good enough pundit to where she deserves more limelight?
She's not. No. This is Chris's point. She's not a good pundit, but obviously because she's a black woman and outspoken, man are gonna drive it into the ground even more. This is even
harder for black women. You know,
why?
It's hard, because if you're one of the few black women who are in the industry, you need to set a good precedent to where we need more of these. Because that's how white people think, you know.
But there are good examples of it. But there are good examples of it. So prime example, Rachel Yankee. Who's shorty as well. Alex Scott.
Alex Scott, yeah. Alex Scott's on FC.
Yeah, exactly that. Even down to CBS, like the
I know you're talking about
the half Nigerian girl.
Yeah. She's good food as well.
I know for a different, right? I know because and there's another girl who works for ESPN. She was on Rant Show once as well.
Of course she's on Rant's show.
Bro, she's good food as well. Still.
Yeah. Is there?
Good example.
Is there? We're flying close to the sun. Is there a physical element to it? You lot are talking about how attractive these other women are. Is there an attraction element to it? There's nothing in that.
No.
Okay.
Because she's chatting shit.
The game.
No, I hear you, but obviously you've got a lot of the women that we're talking about that, but again, like some of the women are ex-players, some of them are just general hosts that people think are attractive, like Laura Woods, like Kate Abdo, like, do you know what I'm saying? They're still really talented at what they do, but their looks play some kind of part. Yeah, because they are actually good at what they do.
Even down towards the CBS journalist, that the shorty that was talking about before, she actually studied, I think it's either broadcast or sports journalism in university. So that already shows you've done your...
Some people study sports journalism and they're terrible.
You've done your... You've done your 10,000 hours.
I've never seen Shane put his middle finger up to Noah before. That tells me you're rattled. I've never seen that before.
She's done her 10,000 hours, you feel me?
Yeah.
And with that as well, it's so funny because I remember having this conversation once with my cousins where we were talking about Michael Richards specifically, and it was like, why do we feel like it was Michael Richards and Daniel Sturridge?
Yes.
They said, why do we feel like as if certain black pundits have to be...
I hate both of them, by the way.
They have to be funny.
But Daniel Sturridge is a cold pundit. He does things in the stereotypical black kind of flavorful way in the banter, but he's a good
I don't think he's a good pundit.
I've seen Daniel Sturridge make points that no one else has made.
I remember his debut. So I'm so sorry to cut you off, Shane. I remember his debut on Super Sunday.
Yeah, where he's wearing the white.
And he killed it with his feedback.
It's cold.
Killing it.
He looked like a backup dancer for Cheryl Cole, but his punditry was cold.
When he wore the LV jacket.
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, your punditry is actually really good. Then there came a point he started singing Usher one day, and it was like,
yeah, bro,
what are you doing?
You're probably right. I haven't listened to him enough, but whenever I see them clip up Sturridge, they always clip up the
question.
Go on.
Who's in control of the clip?
That's my point.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Because it's not my. If I sit on this podcast constantly and I give you peak boxing knowledge, but then I say something about a Geller's Batty and the Geller's Batty comment goes viral, that's not my fault.
Yeah, true. True. So I'm wrong, but you see that part of the thing I don't like.
I know what you're saying.
But with Enni Aluko, and this is why I feel like
Enni Aluko ain't even got the good clip. We know black people, we know black Twitter. Yeah. If there's receipts to come with, they'll come with the receipts. So if you're attacking black people, normally they'll come with the receipts to balance up. We ain't seen no receipts. We ain't seen, fair enough. We know the quote. She said, we got 25 goals in 40 games. Do the math. That's a goal a game. That is not a goal a game. But people make mistakes. It's cool. People make mistakes. We see this with Diane Abbott when she makes a mistake and it goes viral, goes around the world. People make mistakes. But we haven't seen the good clips to balance out the bad clips. It's been repeated.
You know when people say, we just need it to balance the quota. I'm starting to think it's adapting,
Why?
You know when they say we need a black woman to balance the books, to make...
No, because they would have hired her. If they needed a black woman to hire...
No, but when she has been hired, you start to think if that's the only reason.
Do you know what the issue is? When she's been hired, it's been lower ranking England games.
But you know what?
They're testing it out. They're testing it out. Yeah.
You know, but the reason why it's quite interesting is because I don't know if you guys watch track and field. My mom's a big track and field fan. Yeah. The black journalists in track and field are amazing, bro.
Yes.
They're actually really good.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not like a reform thing where black people can't do nothing. It's not one of those things. It's one of those ones where this guy's just an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got
personality.
But also they tried her out. It didn't work. They were probably trying to be polite and
we're gonna get corn, because
corn from who?
We're holding the black people back.
No. They can't call me for that.
No, it's not that, because the thing is with this.
No, they're gonna get corn.
The black
feminists are coming out.
It's not
feminists don't pay my bills.
It's not a black woman thing. It's any Aluko thing.
But because of the flag man, if we talk about Enni Aluko just generally about her punditry, the flag man are going to make it a black female thing.
I feel like
so it's all a complicated.
But she made it a black thing. She didn't, because she said take Ian Wright off, which is not making it a black thing. No, because she was saying, why did she say Ian Wright? Because he's black, fam.
She's had a graduate specifically.
Bro, I'm telling you.
And it is a black thing as well.
Thank you. Nick always says
this. Because she's looking at it thinking, you're the one, if as you said.
The easiest person to unseat would be you.
Nick always, facts. Nick always.
If you're taken away, let me have that instead.
Nick always says, and he always says this. You see when black people go in a room full of white people, they lose their place. And the easiest person to attack and remove
is another black
person. You know what I'm saying?
What I say, just to be clear, is that a lot of black people have said to me over the years that they feel like when a certain white person comes in, they take up all the space. And I've seen that happen before. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I've also seen a white person walk in the room and the black person give up space. Immediately give up space. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what I think you're referring to.
Yeah, so it's when she says Ian Wright, the reason why she said, because as you both said, he is literally
she dare not. If that was a white man sitting in that seat, if that was Jamie Carragher or someone else, she dare not.
But it's because
factually,
it's actually he's not the person you should be going after. Factually,
facts,
but the only reason why you can say Ian Wright is because he's black. There's no other reason.
Because if you're in ends, man might feel more comfortable robbing you for your phone than robbing middle class white woman for her phone.
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? Because this is like a natural order of things. We're expected to attack each other. But if you attack her, now the flagman are after you, and that's lost.
For me, more than anything, it's the entitlement more than anything that stands out of when she's mentioned about the amount of caps and things along those lines. And even when I was going back to the examples of where we've seen certain professional footballers that have been pundits. I'm sorry, but Dion Dublin was a crap pundit. Like there's certain.
He's better on Homes Under the Hammer. He's very good on Homes Under the Hammer.
Who's my man who used to play for Everton and Fulham?
Andrew Johnson.
And when he does crap. He was on Match of the Day recently. Oh, he was on there.
I don't even watch Match of the Day.
Danny Murphy, that's who I'm thinking of. Danny Murphy, crap. Like these men are crap.
Ricky came ready for the football game.
Yes.
He's ready for the trivia.
He's ready.
Honestly, they're horrible. So,
but they keep getting paid. Danny Murphy's on TalkSport every week. He's terrible.
Yeah,
he's terrible. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? But you have to be likable. You got, do you know what I mean? That there's an element. I'm not even talking about any Aluko. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about YouTube, media, whatever. You got to be talented, or you got to be likable, or you got to be attractive, or you got to be accomplished. And she's not. There's not enough of an overlap of a Venn diagram. There may be some Venn diagram somewhere because she was a decent player. You know, I know Ricky was triggered earlier. He messaged me because he said she compared herself to Rooney. She didn't compare herself to Rooney. She said.
Name in the same sentence.
Are you on the show or not?
Yeah.
She didn't put her name in the same.
I was going to say there's a seat right here, but why for that?
Yeah, pause. She didn't say the same as Rooney. Rooney was young and banging goals for England. She was young and banging goals for England. So she felt like she was the Rooney equivalent. But
she a legend in
you are asking
but
me.
Can I ask you a question?
I know Arsenal. I know Leah Williamson and Rachel.
Is she struggling financially? Like, do we have to do a GoFundMe or something? Like, is that why she's begging for place on the TV or something? Like, genuinely,
because
it must be a money thing.
But it's trying to skip the queue though. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Because like I say, you could build your own platform if you feel like you have.
She knows she couldn't.
But this is what I'm trying to say. If you feel like you have enough of a following, if you feel like you have enough justification, you don't have enough to offer. I've seen James Lawrence Alcott and all these kind of. I've seen go and make their own show, and then next one, Deluded Gooner's on ITV and that.
You
and
could
Sky
be
Sports.
shit though, and still have your own YouTube channel. Look at Rio Ferdinand.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you could be shit and just have your own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
All you need to do is just.
You see, every time Rio tries to spud one of the players and that, and they just try to avoid him. Them United man are sneaky, bro.
Even Nicky Butt as well. Didn't he try a thing recently as well?
Yeah, he tried diss Lissandro Martinez and all that kind of thing.
No, Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes.
Yeah, it is both of them.
Paul Scholes
has been deluded anyway.
Paul Scholes is biting his girl's toe. He's biting his daughter's toenails, bro. He's in some files. If he's not in them files, I don't know if he's in the Epstein files or the X files. He's in some type of file.
When I'm looking at that United team, it's kind of mad, you know.
Class of 92 is tapped.
Scholes,
Evra.
Yeah, class of 92 is very tapped.
Evra. Eating raw chicken on Instagram.
Yeah.
Eating raw chicken.
Giggs.
Brian Giggs. Yeah.
It's peak, fam.
Brian Giggs is tapped. Yeah.
Even
Rooney.
Beckham, a serial
Rooney
cheater.
dealing with the grannies and that.
Yeah, Beckham's only youths don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, fam, it's mad.
Who's normal?
Who was normal? You know what I'm saying, fam.
He got out of there. He went part of that class.
Yeah, he went part of that class. He went part of that class. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Phil Neville's next. He's next. I promise. There's a reason why he wanted to manage the women's team. I promise you. He's next.
Speaking of weirdos, it looks like Spurs might get relegated. Thomas Frank got sacked.
Honestly,
X was celebrating.
I'm genuinely sad about it.
I'll be so honest.
I was gonna put money on us hitting them for 6 if he stayed.
But you know why I'm so disappointed?
He might have let us hit them for 6 as well.
You know why I'm disappointed, yeah? And genuinely I'm disappointed. Because you know how we all can say we witnessed Leicester? We can all say that.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that we all witnessed a big team get relegated.
Down, yeah.
But we've never seen that.
Wanted that to happen.
That wouldn't have been as crazy though, because Spurs have been relegated in history. Leicester have never.
No, but we never seen that. We've never seen that.
Yeah.
And also, and for me, as a person who lives in Tottenham, bro, I'm tired of 60,000 people in this place ruining my traffic, bro.
That stadium
I need
being in the Championship. That's
amazing.
Beyonce in the weekend and Kendrick Lamar performing in a championship stadium would have been
mad.
That would have been having to go down to the Den as well,
bro.
I would have.
You got Chris Brown one day, Millwall the next.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah,
bro. Fam,
he would have let us win. Apparently, Arsenal looking to upgrade his membership from a silver to a gold.
Deserves it, man.
Who? Thomas Frank. He's an Arsenal fan, isn't it?
Oh, swear.
I was reading in the Telegraph.
You're lying.
So it's not banned. It's generally true.
I'm pretty sure. I read in the Telegraph today. I don't know about if he's a fan, but I read in the Telegraph today that some of the players were getting frustrated with his constant praising of Arsenal. He kept praising Arsenal, obviously. But I think that it's obviously we're not at the top. We haven't won anything. I know people are going to say that, but we're at the top, right? So like for years, it was like when we were coming 8th, it was like look at Man City.
No, but it's funny you say that because you would remember. Do you remember when David Moyes said that? Rio Ferdinand should aspire to be like Man City. Do you remember when he was at Man United should aspire to be like City? Do you guys remember that?
No.
He said in the season when he was a manager, he was saying that we should aspire to be like City.
How did that go down?
Obviously, it didn't go down great. Yeah. I remember what's his name saying it. I remember Vidic saying it. Vidic saying obviously he's retiring. He's that was one of the things he was saying. Like, it's mad, fam. There's people watching this that knows what I'm talking about.
Was still there when
yeah.
Was that Ferdinand's last season?
Yeah, his last season.
And that's when he went QPR.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's mad. Right. But yeah, Thomas Frank's been sacked. Who do they get in? There's a big managerial merry-go-round at the moment. There's talks of Frank will get another job. De Zerbi's available.
If I'm Arsenal,
who else? Glasner's leaving at the end of the season, so there's options there.
I'm not getting any manager. You have to understand, bro.
If you're who? Spurs?
If I'm Spurs, you have to get Big Sam. You're in a relegation battle, bro. You can't gamble. You can't gamble, bro. Yeah. This is not about. This
Sam's been relegated though, no? Wasn't he relegated last time?
But he's a relegation
specialist.
The last time he was at Everton, I feel like. Was it Everton?
No,
not Everton. Who did he go down with?
West Ham.
No.
Because I feel like he had that title of he's never been relegated, and I'm sure he got relegated with someone.
I know. No, he didn't get relegated. You're talking about Sean Dyche. He got relegated. Sean Dyche got relegated.
Big Sam got relegated. Don't matter, but yeah. Huh?
Harry Redknapp till the end of the season.
Yeah, I saw. Well, Harry Redknapp threw his own name in. He said if they need me, they know where I am. Like he's Captain America or something.
No, but people keep saying these De Zerbis and all of that. Bro, that's good if you want to play good football. This ain't about good football, it's about surviving. Like, genuinely, I don't know if Spurs get 40 points from now.
I think it's about silverware. And I think if Spurs get relegated, they can win the championship. They can get another trophy. That'll be 2 trophies in 3 years. Do you know what I'm saying? Just do that. They got a good enough team to make it.
Do they sacrifice the champs though? Remember, they're complaining about injuries and that.
Yeah.
Do you sacrifice the Champions League to stay up, bro?
Sacrifice?
I think it's itself.
They ain't winning. They're not winning anyway.
No, but they've gone through in it. They've gone through, bro.
I hear you, but I think winning's a habit. But I just don't think it's relevant. It's not.
No, but I'm saying, do they say they play? Remember, they got a thin team, so they can't afford to be playing 2 games a week, bro. You got to be playing a weak team on a Wednesday and a strong team.
To be honest, in the Champions League,
Dane Scarlett
in the Champions League, they weren't that bad.
They were actually decent.
If you looked at the Champions League games,
but they were taking it serious. Yeah. I'm like, bro, you lot can keep taking it serious and be playing Champions League football.
That's what I was going to say. If I'm Thomas Frank, I'm confused about why I'm sacked because the last manager you had finished just outside relegation and won Europa.
No, but here's the difference.
I might finish just outside relegation and win the Champions League.
No, but here's the difference. I'll be genuinely honest. Yeah. I watched West Ham yesterday, bro. West Ham are playing way better football than Spurs. We played Spurs and West Ham back to back, yeah? And I don't care what anyone says, West Ham's playing better football than Spurs right now.
Of course.
And if you were to ask me, there's 4 points difference. If you were to ask me, if Thomas Frank was still at Spurs from now to the end of the season, who picks up more points, Nuno or Frank? I would have said Nuno.
But that's with the injuries they got, though. With a fully fit team... And then you got your captain going to get a red card.
You keep saying that. If they're playing 2 games a week, bro, how would their squad going to get fit?
Yeah.
I can't raise my voice to Art. Because I shouted a second ago. I apologize. I can't raise my voice to discuss Spurs. I actually don't care. So, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't give them that type of energy. Do you know what I'm saying? But I just thought it was worth mentioning on the podcast because these men are bums.
Yeah, of course they're bums,
I hope they still get relegated. And Big Sam and that, bro. England,
I would get Big Sam.
England, yeah, bro. It's like... If England wants to write a new play, they'll dig up Shakespeare. Man, need to move on. Do you know what I'm saying? This country don't want to move on, bro.
Give me a guidance. Give me a name.
I don't know, bro. But what I'm saying is, now...
Obviously, you're not in a relegation battle.
I hear you, but what I'm saying is, even in boxing, when we talk about boxing, yeah, if AJ's having a comeback fight, man don't want to see AJ fight Vitali Klitschko. We're just going too far back, bro. I think we're going too old school.
There's new specialists of relegation.
There's new
specialists. Sean Dyche. I think that
isn't he in the job though?
He's in the job. I'm saying like just those type of managers.
Yeah, there's other defensive managers that can do.
I think Sean Dyche is definitely one. To be fair, I think even Nuno can go in there as well. Like
he's just gone to West Ham.
He's at West Ham.
He's just gone to West Ham.
The ones that are available at this moment of time, it's going to be pretty. They're going to probably try and mention the Zerbi. Do I want to see the Zerbi come back into the Premier League?
If they go in, if I'm a Spurs fan and you go and bring me Big Sam and we still get relegated, because I think them Big Sam tactics, a lot of that's
bro,
done.
Go and get the Zerbi and try and play pretty football with that shit team and see where you finish.
See what happens.
See where you finish.
The amount of holes in midfield.
See where you finish.
Go and get Big Sam and see what happens.
No, but they could at least put up 2 banks of 4 and try to say break me down.
Their best bet is Harry Redknapp, someone who knows the DNA of the club. That's their
DNA, bro. Is this Jeremy Kyle, bro? Where is this DNA talk,
at this point?
They're DNAs of losers. They're not loser DNA. We don't need that DNA.
Oh,
we don't need that DNA.
We know this.
That's the wrong DNA.
I wish Tottenham well. I want them to get relegated.
Yeah, that's terrible DNA. That's.
They need to go and get, if not
Brittany
Big Sam,
DNA.
they need to get a Big Sam equivalent.
The thing is,
Alan Pardew, someone, bro.
We mentioned
so when did Big Sam last manage a team, Rick?
It's been a while to be fair.
8 years or something, bro. He ain't managed.
Bro, who would you say for them to get then?
Brendan Rodgers.
So I'm saying someone has been managing more recently.
Cool.
Someone who's been managing more
I got a name for you,
Go on.
Mason. Doesn't Mason know the DNA of the club? Was it Mason the manager there before?
I think he might be the caretaker, Ryan Mason.
No, he's not.
Can I say one more name?
Go on.
Graham Potter.
So I'm saying,
Yeah,
Graham
maybe.
Potter,
Maybe.
Graham Potter.
Oh,
Southgate.
or David Moyes.
Isn't David Moyes in the job?
No.
David Moyes still in the job. No.
David Moyes in
No.
the
He's
job.
still not in the job.
No, he's not.
He's been too busy laughing at.
Oh no, he's at Everton. He's at Everton.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
at Everton.
yeah.
He's at Everton.
He's at Everton. Name and bear man.
He's at Everton. He's at Everton. He's at Everton. What am I talking about? I literally saw him the other day.
Yeah, Southgate's a child.
Southgate.
And a relegation battle, bro.
You play defensive football.
Nah, fam.
He plays the most pragmatic
I ain't
He plays
trusting.
defensive football.
I ain't trusting him.
You said Graham Potter.
I said Graham Potter.
Oh,
He
they're
said
the
Graham
same.
Potter.
They're very similar.
Oh yeah, of course.
Why do you want to trust him in the Tottenham? Who cares?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't care for Tottenham. I'll be honest. If Tottenham get relegated, the thing is, we were saying this as banter originally. When everyone was like Tottenham getting relegated, I was just taking it as banter, not.
But have you actually looked
When I
at?
looked
Have you
at it, I was like,
looked
oh my
at
God.
it?
The injuries are bad though.
They're actually in a relegation
No, but
battle.
people keep, bro. You know what? I feel,
Of their starting 11, like 8 of them are gone.
bro,
If
people.
that's
I
anybody,
hear,
that's-
but people keep saying that.
They're
But
also
what-
not good. But
What you need to understand is sometimes injuries are at a fault of your own as a team.
Yes.
Like when Spurs were getting injuries with flipping Ange, that's because he had them playing some Ange
so
football,
high.
bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, since Michael Carrick's coming, our injury list is reduced drastically. Everybody's coming back. Because I think sometimes, man, them just don't want to play.
no, because Schumann were doing injury fraud, blood. That's
what I'm saying. I think it's the same thing. Man, don't want to play on the Frank. Man, they want to play on the Frank.
You can tell that.
Man, they don't want to play on the Frank, fam. I bet you in the
like
next
Luke Shaw when it's England year.
Yeah, fam. Everybody starts pulling up,
randomly
bro.
turn up. Yeah,
Literally, fam. Where was Martinez? Man, in this all over nowhere just pulled up. Where was this guy?
But then he can't.
Players are pricks, you know.
But then he can't. But then he
Players
can't.
are pricks.
He can't get upset at Scholes and Nicky Butt. Then if he's pulling a sick note. And then based on that, they say you're going to get tucked in by Haaland. He can't get upset then and be like, look what I did against Haaland. Because if you were pulling a sick note, then...
No, but there was no right for them to say that, though. There was no right for them to say that.
But regardless, them Spurs, man, within the next month, I bet better than man are going to come from injury.
One brother in my office is a Man United fan, and he said, have you seen Mano recently? And I said, what? And he goes, he's playing like prime Pogba. And I just put on my headphones and listen to some Vivaldi and just blocked out the world.
Nah,
I said, nah, bro, I can't, bro. You know what I'm saying?
As long as we get top 5, I'm good.
You know when the title is?
You lot are chatting.
Hey, bring my boy to N5, though. Kobe. I want him.
For what?
What else?
You lot are winning the league,
Bring
bro.
Kobe. I want Kobe at N5.
Well, I'm just saying, you lot are going to win the league.
I don't know if
this
Kobe's
season.
at M5 ball, I'm not going to lie.
I think he's at N5 balling.
I don't think he's at M5. What do you think, Rick?
I would casually have Kobe.
I don't know, man.
He just wants him because he's black.
Now make Arsenal black again. Obviously, that's the route. That's the route to success for us. No doubt. Make Arsenal black again.
I think him and Rice.
How not?
You got Zuba. You got Zuba.
No, I'm saying as depth. No, good depth. Kobe.
Pause, but
N5,
yeah.
man. Good depth.
Pause.
Yeah, we got Rice.
Exactly.
Like,
but it could be at England. He could play for England, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like in the free.
That's what they were doing before.
Yeah.
Man don't care about that.
But that's what they were doing before. Remember in the Euros.
Man don't care about it. You're Nigerians. You're gonna support England, but do you know what I'm saying? But that's.
What do you mean that? Because I'm Nigerian. I support France.
You support France?
Yeah.
Swear.
Yeah.
That's even worse colonialism. Hey, Nigerians are very confused people.
Before you came, you're proving Ricky. Ricky had a question and you're answering.
If Nigeria aren't in if Nigeria aren't in any tournament,
have you seen what France done to Africa?
It's like Congolese man supporting Belgium. It don't make no sense.
Let's see what France done to Africa, bro.
It's always.
Oh, you're mad.
The first thing is always another West African team or East African team.
That is like
South African.
That's cap.
No,
You're supporting France over Ghana.
No, I don't mind Ghana.
Okay.
No, I'll support Ghana. Yeah, that whole beef is.
Chris is a sensible Nigerian. See, Chris is a bit more nuanced than other Nigerians.
For me, I support Brazil. I always support Brazil in the World Cup.
But that's been from young though, isn't it?
Yeah,
but Brazilians always wear Brazilian kits.
But Jamaicans always love Brazilian teams because they only play. They play black players, innit? They play black players. And culturally, they're quite similar to us. Have you actually? I actually didn't know that they were so similar.
The black Brazilians, obviously, the black Brazilians,
and Caribbeans are so similar, bro. I didn't even know that.
A lot of them got split up just so they couldn't communicate and put in different places.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of them got split up just so that they couldn't.
If you go deeper into it, there's some black Brazilians they've got Angolan blood in them. It's that level.
Bro.
They're Angolan.
We're all sons of slaves, innit? But you're supporting the slave master.
He's not.
Man said
he's not.
He said he supports France.
Yeah, but you said we're all sons of slaves.
Yeah.
So
you're not a son of slaves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're not a son of
Nigerians don't have rebellious blood.
I told you, bro. These men
they have rebellious blood.
They've got conformist blood.
Not conform.
Never.
What?
What do you mean?
We're gonna have to do a whole nother show and do this. We're gonna have to do a whole nother show.
Nigerians aren't rebellious.
Not against
not against the system.
Not against the white man. Maybe the black people. What's man talking about?
Are we forgetting we're the ones that are finessing the white man?
No. Are
we forgetting that? We're the ones that are finessing the white man.
That's 419.
Are we forgetting that?
That's 419.
How rebellious does it get?
Episode 44.
That's 419.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more content coming for you. We're going to be live next. There's no boxing this weekend, Valentine's. Do you know what I'm saying?
Go grab a gal, innit?
You know what I'm saying? Have a wine and all that kind of thing. But from next weekend, we're live.
What are you man doing for Valentine's Day?
We're live for Arsenal versus Brentford.
Question.
What are you doing for Valentine's Day?
Bro, I'm working.
How convenient. And the words of Cardi B. How convenient is that?
You know it's mad, yeah? I was going to say, so I have to wait until the cameras hang up before I say what I'm going to
say no more.
Peace, man.